for Atlanta FaZe here, but those fans travel well, and you may be small, online you're huge. You may be small in crowd, but you are absolutely heard. Here we go, folks. Map number 1, a Hacienda. Should be a square-up fight between both our teams. And we touched upon Sid before, as well as Celium. Absolutely outstanding when it comes to those duels, when it comes to those non-traded kills. They're the shooters.
Yeah, I mean, one of the finest shooters in Call of Duty history is Sid. When he's on point, some of the snaps that we have seen from him, wicked. His production, incredibly valuable. The damage he's always dishing out. You need the cast, though. Everybody needs to be at their Sunday best. And it is losers round 1.
It's only Friday. Here we go. Open hallway. Spotted out. And we're not going to exchange anything more than lethals and tacticals. Here comes Sib. And it's a great start. The big 2, FaZe find themselves in the hill.
Great start for Sib. Rest of his teammates died. You're not getting that time just yet. And that was a very patient break as well. And the shots continue. Finally traded out. And in the meantime, Mac has made it to his brand new home inside of P1. A battle around the time. And Atlanta FaZe repositioning for the break.
Yeah, lovely kill there on time. Not an easy thing to do. There's a lot of angles to watch here from that hard point. You have to make sure you're ideally where your teammates are and what you can put yourself in between cover. On board now with Sib again. The rotation towards P2 is not going to be great as Draz catches out a few. Now pressure onto Krem. But here comes Attach and Mac in the feed. They provide some space. They get the cover going. And oh, Attach, a 5 spree for the young captain.
Hey, they got the spawn blocked as well. So Kremp going to block and Attach, winning those gunfights. That is key. That is lovely aggression coming through from C9 on the break as well. 2 players from the front. Attach had well, and now you get a collect.
Woo. Shots in there from Sib. Brings the right gun to that fight. Only 1 member left of C9 right now in the back parking lot. It's going to be Attach. How many can he spot out on the cross? He's playing it safe and slow. Shot's going to be in from behind, and it's another 2-piece.
Beautifully patient. Abizi, last man standing, needs to get the kills, and he can't get it done. Looking for the pie. Attach is 8-2.
8-2. Lovely holes so far, C9. P2's treating them very well. 20 seconds to go here. At some point, we are going to vacate and move over towards fences. FaZe, one last hit of this. 3 dead. Last man left alive. Attach. Can he keep this spree going? He cannot, but that's going to be spawns to the backline. 10 seconds to go. Not an ideal situation for C9.
I mean, you want the re-break and you want it quick. At least get the kills to force the spawn out, and they get them both in short order. Trade out the final guy and hit that roto, and he is going to be dead. Atlanta FaZe will have the full setup around the new time, but a 40-point deficit they're working for. C9, you're not in a hurry. You want to break. You got 15 seconds to make it happen.
They're trying to get it done. It's been a costly journey towards the new hardpoint. They've won a few trade battles. Can Abizi keep the reinforcements from getting towards the hardpoint? Right now, the answer is yes. On Sib, just above him. Angel on his shoulder, trying to make sure no one gets in close. But look at this suppression there from C9. They've marched forward. They've got the hill.
And that's what you needed. You can take your time to make it happen. The lead, the deficit got cut down by just a bit, but now you're trying to run it up. Draza open his eyes eventually and finds the kills in Atlanta FaZe. They snap it right back.
Right back in there. They're fighting tooth and nail here by fences. Pulling this game back. They've got the bull by the horns right now, but as do C9, who have made their way over towards time. Kremp is the man on the new hardpoint. Coverage from Attach in the middle. What a map Attach is having so far.
I mean, listen, if you're C9, you traded out a P2 for a P3, so the time is going to be nearly even going into new. You get here first, and P4 is the money hill. You're looking for the good hold, and Matt, good shots, good entry. Sib wins a gunfight as well, and everybody's got the Jackal in hand. So beautiful stuff. The pressure on the time, not here just yet, but the pinch is developing.
It's a war of 2 fronts. And Attach once again in the feed. 3 dead, all down for FaZe. C9.
And that's as good as it gets. Now you're spawning out towards Lambo. Number 2 blocking both. C9, they are cooking.
They're cooking indeed. On board with Kremp, pushing the front line forward while his teammates soak the hill. And Kremp can't get any more of that life. Now FaZe attack the hardpoint. A 3-pronged assault. The Trident of Atlanta drives deep. The hardpoint is theirs.
I mean, dude, the Jackal's out of control right now. Draza understanding the land meta as well. You want the breaks, use the God gun, and they flood on through. It's a little bit of a fight now for the scrap time, but if you're C9, you're just happy for the contest. The longer Kremp is alive in this moment, the better things get. And even as he falls, it's only for 5 seconds. So first set of rotations, and for C9, things are looking great. Attach shooting hot. He's outperforming Sib for the moment as well. He got a 20-point lead.
Great start for C9. Second set of hard points on us in FaZe. It's all red so far. Opportunity now for Mac to find 2 there in the feed, and an open hard point. You stopped the gas for FaZe.
Yeah, now you're just trying to roam the hallways, right? You lose the time, lose a couple bodies, and Sim knows just needs to fry. He's got the moves, but he got welcome to the grave. Abizi there for the trade, but now multiple battles. Selling wins a big one. You want the right side spawns for P2. Might be 30 seconds left on the old time, but Atlanta FaZe in the long term, now we're going to have the edge.
Sim's got a great position here. Can he find the second? No, attach once again. Hot on the trades. 20 to go here on P1. Again, right-hand side of the minimap so far, all FaZe. That's where they want it to be for now, but watch out for attach. He's making a play.
Yeah, I mean, attach has already got the time to get through. Gets the first kill as well, but the trades you expect to be quick from Sim, and they are indeed. Now, a little bit of scrap time there for C9 is a little bit of buffering space, but 14 seconds is not a lot. And P2, with the level of distance and space that Atlanta FaZe have on this map, this lead might change hands.
Yeah, this is a massive opportunity right now for FaZe. A slow attack right now from C9. No one in position to make anything happen just yet. They're going to group up, try to get going, but Celium, oh, what a foil this is. 6 spree right now. Eyes on the next avenue of attack from C9. Can't get any more. Now we get towards the point. Sim holding it down.
Oh, this is just brutal. I mean, this is slow gameplay, too. Atlanta FaZe has just completely killed their pace. They finally lost the back spawns, but that's after 30 seconds, and Atlanta FaZe happy to trade that away.
FaZe on the trade, FaZe in full control. Let's go for a listening with Atlanta FaZe.
I'm holding Spiral. Spiral dead. Spiral weak. Dylan going top post. I don't have pot yet. I'm spot out. Give me the back. Yo, I reply. Your life. Get out of hill if you need to. Get out of hill if you need to. Get out of hill if you need to. I'll see him pot, bro. I'll see one defense. Out of man. Top back. Jump down. In 10. I am nice. Good job. Watch out. Weak. I have your help. I'll take out of fence, crap, and then we'll get yeah, we might flip too. Yeah. Chris behind him. Yo, Chris. All three shot. Yeah, two pot. They're gonna jump out. Yes. They might be punching too. I'm trying to watch it. Yeah, come. Might be fire. Listen, they have open. I'll push out. I'm holding open. Yo, hold your open. Stun two open. Help time. Baby, come on. Someone go rogue. I'm open already. I'm taking shot. I'm trying to spiral. Spiral on me. Got one. Another one's spiral. I didn't see Mac though. I didn't see Mac. He's mid somewhere, I think.
What a fiery listening from Atlanta FaZe. It's Captain Abizi calling the shots right now that I am thoroughly enjoying from that one.
Yeah, he's setting up his boys for just the ultimate firing squad. I feel like C9 just got stuffed out. Can't remember the last time they got a kill and how the lead has changed. 80-point difference now between these two teams, and if Abizi's roaring like that, they might not be stopped.
On the roar, but now third set of hard points. And C9 are in position for this one. Let's see if they can't pull this back. FaZe, a lot of pressure upstairs, and now a bit of a flank from Honest Abe as he tries to find a few more kills. We're on board with Celium. He's keeping the time open right now, and what a play there from FaZe. No one in time, but they want to keep that position as well.
Yeah, this is their time. You just want to slay. You don't have to overcommit on P1. You just want to keep them out of time to set yourself up in the rotation. They lose a couple gunfights, so C9 is going to get bodies inside the hill, and honestly, that's a really good final 20 seconds for C9 to get. And FaZe might not want them to have it. They're going for some wide flanks, and maybe a little bit risky, maybe an opportunity for C9, but that's only if they get the kills.
Oh, they get a single kill. Well, the last time we saw them try to break pre-2, it didn't happen. This time you're doing it against half of the members of FaZe. Get moving, C9. The break is yours.
Yeah, they took the risk, so 2 players on FaZe spawn out. C9, this is your opportunity to get back in the game, and there it went. Simp shut it all down.
And just like that, a dream died. What a play from Simp. Celium now roaming the middle of the map, looking for these errant kills. C9 trying to get anything going. Celium playing with his food. Sim now from time. One water out played out by Kremp, but it's a read. He has made it in. No more kills though. A Beezy through the front. Celium on the time as well. FaZe are going to close it out.
Yeah, they're going to walk away on this Hacienda, and you're just going to flood into the blender because if you're C9, you simply have to. A small window of opportunity with those FaZe players spawning out, and that door simply got slammed shut. 10 seconds away, FaZe get map number 1.
They're trying very hard for it. BZ cut down. Through the front is done. 10 seconds for it. You have to get in there. Come on, C9. One more push of this. It's not going to happen. FaZe. They come out real hot on Hacienda. A square up. It was not after the first set of hardpoints.
For all the pressure C9 must be feeling in this moment, I know it's only Major 3, but they're treating this series like it might be their year. You need the CDL points, you need the win, and they just got stunned on map number 1. They had the hot start. They had attached starting off 8-2. You got the P2, you come away, you got a 50-second lead, and then just slowly, Atlanta FaZe creeping up on you, and then at some point, I mean, they flip the switch, go on an 80-point run, and never look back. I mean, undeniable. In a scoreboard, we are accustomed to seeing SIB positive, no one else on the board close to him.
I'm more impressed by these 16 objective kills that BZ got. Tons of time as well there from everyone across FaZe, and as frantic and as energetic as the comms were, it was some of the cleaner comms I've heard from Atlanta FaZe. A mastery and a control over Hacienda that we haven't seen them necessarily have in a really long time. They had spawns, they had it all, you name it. Once they hit the comeback, there was no return there. 3-4. Absolutely perfect stuff.
And look at the money hills. You see the P4 for FaZe where they had the massive spike, the 153 to 208. Look at the first P4 coming through for C9. They won that rotation. They got there first, and that ended up being an even battle where the lead, they got a little bit extra points, walked away with a bonus 20, but not anywhere near comparable to how well Atlanta FaZe played that hill. And that was a communication. That is a Beezy directing traffic. That is saying, Celium, go block these spawns. Here's where I'm chowing. Here's the flanks coming through. They're all going to be spiral. They were dialed in. They were on point. C9, they were dialed in for 3 hills.
3 good hills, but only 3 as we look across highlights. And what highlights they were. The first set was so good there from C9. A strong start for them, but a very, very soft finish as you see FaZe starting to get things going here in this elimination matchup. Again, one of these teams will be going home at the end of this series, so you have just joined us, boys and girls, but right now, C9, a bounce back in the search and destroy is paramount.
And, well, it is worth mentioning the path to success for Vancouver against Atlanta FaZe. It started in the map number 2, so Atlanta FaZe might have had a hot start. They have slowed down previously, albeit just yesterday. Obviously, that's what they're trying to make up for their losses and get their SnD back into form, and frankly, if Simp is shooting like that, well, I have high expectations. He dropped, what, 15 kills yesterday for the loss in SnD, but that just means the rest of the players need to be there.
Yeah, well, looking across our series, we've still got a long campaign towards this one before we can ring the bell and end this series, but right now, FaZe have come to play in a big, big way. A loss for FaZe always turns them into a dangerous beast indeed, and they've got to be feeling great after that with red card SnD. We saw this go down yesterday as well, Chance. Should be good.
Yeah, I mean, a beautiful thing for C9 is that means you're going to be able to sort of get that intel. I mean, all the VOD and research and preparation you've done, you have throughout the qualifying stages, and now you get the intel from yesterday. You know how Atlanta FaZe are going to want to play it, and we've been learning brand new things for red card SnD as well. We have found some cheeky spots, whether it be the window jump up or standing on top of the door that Neptune showed, or Hydra's X-ray vision. If there's anyone that can match that level of nerdiness, it's the man at the bottom of your screen, or middle of your screen right there, in Celium. If there's walls to be seen through, he's going to do it. I will never forget him waggling the aim assist through the trains on Desert Siege. I have a PTSD. I wish I forgot that.
Oh, you couldn't if you tried, mate. Well, Celium, a master of the game, in and out. I wonder what the mind games are looking right now if Atlanta FaZe, if anything. A man who's known for not only finding the nerdy spots in match, but using game chat, using the text system we have here in BO6 to his advantage, trying to get in the head of his competitors. He followed Joe Deceives around at the Texas Major for about 15-20 minutes, didn't say anything to him, just followed him around.
Yeah, it's, well,
that's genius. That's evil genius. It's a psyop.
Got to be careful what we say these days. There's a lot of words to describe Selim. Some of those might get me in trouble, but yeah, absolutely demonic in game and a very comfortable phase. Fist bumps out and about, getting ready and locked and loaded for this map number 2. Looking to make amends for the red card loss and keep things going. And if that listening was any indication of BZ is that guy that wants to be the man on the team to turn this ship around and get their losers bracket run going.
It starts here. Simp 14-5 yesterday against Vancouver Social. Did bring them down in the end. And this was for the loss, so a keen 1,400 damage. We'll see if he can do even close to that, or if he'll need to. The rest of the team coming out hot, coming out swinging. A very focused and dangerous phase now. C9 on the bounce back. Here we go.
No opportunity for mishaps. You need the first bloods, you need to execute. You can never throw away a single man advantage. That stun connects on everybody. So Mac got all the intel, but they've given up a little bit of space in towards the B side. But Krep, there you go, gets the cob. Here's for the first blood. He knows there's 3, aggressive through ticket, and already a 4 versus 2 in favor of C9.
They're missing 1 man. They've got eyes on another here, so the math has been done. FaZe are trapped. And now they're in trouble. Draza, last man. Whew, Mac shooting damn hard. And a lightning fast round from C9, strike first.
Yeah, dialed in, absolutely perfect. Again, Mac lands that stun. He connects for 3. He comes that to his teammates, and they jump all over it. Krep, 0 time wasted. Floods in through ticket, catches the timing, shoots a player in the back. Max wins his gunfight as well, and then you simply collapse. No hesitation, great execution. Type of round C9 needs to see.
Yeah, FaZe, what do you do in that situation? You know you've all been stunned, you know you've all been called out. They commit to the bomb site and no one watches the flank there. So a tiny, tiny error. Not necessarily knowing where all the members of C9 are. You can't blame them for it. But that is the difference we are looking at here in this search and destroy. C9 on attack.
It's looking like a much slower round on the approach. The stun still connects, and that's just going to slow him down even further. But as you say, Miles, full pockets from the C9 boys, still plenty of stuns, plenty of nades that they can work with. They get back down from the A site, but they're just repositioning. This is the tell. The bomb's leaning this direction. And as you see it actually wrapping out to attach a final bit of noise as they're squaring up towards B.
That's a great nade for anyone who could have been on the hedge in the middle there or by glow. But alas, no one to be found. 2 defenders here for FaZe on the inside of the site. Selim and Abizi will now reposition and find themselves a sweet corner. But wait, it's a double bluff. We might be going back to A.
They're playing like a little bit of Moscow SnD. And on the A site, Simp is still spotting out for information. So Atlanta FaZe still have the right sort of puzzle pieces. And Sib gets beautiful Call of Duty timing. That is incredible for the first blood.
That is a winner, folks. 25 seconds to go. Got to get that bomb planted as well. But Krep sends it forward, wins the snap onto Abizi. And now you've got an opportunity to get this bomb down. Wait a minute, Simp is gone as well. Selim trying to maneuver into position. Can he get anywhere near this to stop the plant? Oh no, the timing would have been good. It's a 1v3, now a 1v2. I'm waiting for it. Kremp regen. And the round is done.
When Selim is last live, you pucker up, you get more focused than even before. What could have gone away if Krentz ends up falling, but Sel, a few missed shots coming through, and that's all Kremp needed to hit the reposition, but I think a lot of that round is off the back of Sib. That is just crazy. I mean, even just before this, Draza's arrow was looking for that exact push. He turns around for just a moment as Sib goes through. And a little bit of Call of Duty timing like that turns into a 2-kill round there from Sib. The little things, you love them in God.
Simp bomb in hand now on the attacking round for FaZe. Whereabouts are we going? Heavy A stack right now for C9. They're all outdoors enjoying the stuns and nades right now, and it's hit a lot. So with no trophies in play, intel passed over. The guessing game is on, but at this point in time, oh wow, what a tactical retreat. On a great coverage from Draza.
Well, Draza's got the intel on too. FaZe is starting to make moves, maybe through the middle of the map, but it is just going to be mind games. Trying to bait out rotations, see when you can sort of catch a player off guard. In an information exchange battle as the A site commences. Mac, they're looking for him, and they got him. Abizi shreds him, Selim finds his pick, and just like that, C9, you slip for a moment, you're in a 2v4.
Yeah, they lose all the presence they had by the A side. Ah, that's another big one out of Cell. Even less presence now in the form of Sib. A 1v4. A 1v none. FaZe, what a bounce back.
And that's just good comms. This is how Red Card has sort of developed, over the past few months, the past few stages. It is just mind games, decisions about which bomb site you want to go to. I'd imagine that's Draza communicating, hey, guys by stage, someone was out by Globe, we can work these players, and Mac just completely caught off guard on a BZ, repositioning from the big steps. Atlanta FaZe on the board, and the first bloods have been the decider so far in these rounds.
Not always the case here in the CDL. Another attack now for C9. Attach will be your carrier. Scuff controller cam. We see Sid doing his thing and jiggling.
I did not know about that angle. I gotta steal that.
A lot of damage, a lot of information gained, and Mac springs to life! And can't get the second. Cell does, though. 3v2.
And Kremp wants that trade. He's a little bit too late to get it, though. Gotta try to find the bailout in 2v3. You do have the bomb down, so it's clutchable. This is not easy. You want to catch a player for free. I don't know if FaZe is going to give it to him.
There's so many angles Attach has got to worry about from this position. Oh, and even more worry now as he's gone. He's been riddled. And Celium looking for one hell of a round. If he brings down Kremp, it's the ace, and the timing, ladies and gentlemen, and a firing squad. Celium does find his fourth. It's 6 in a row, an ace to his name, and we're all tied up 2-2.
That is a lovely ace and the defuse. He is going to be creeping up on that Hellstorm. Maybe another 3 kills away, maybe a bomb plant, but we'll see how the round develops. Either way, Celium, that is a nice little takeover moment, tied up 2-2.
Unreal. He finds himself sitting at 7-2 now after 4 rounds of play. Yesterday it was Sim, today Cell, but this is still anyone search and destroy. And the pressure is certainly starting to feel real for both of these teams. Stun check, nobody home. In the middle of the map, but both teams have let it rip. Here we go over towards B right now. And Abizi looks for a first blood, catches out Kremp, and Sim is going to pump the brakes and hope that the 50-50 plays out his way. Oh dear, what a battle that was. Man advantage C9 in a big way. The bang out towards B goes their way.
Yeah, that's just another collapse on that approach as well. So Atlanta FaZe trying to get aggressive that direction. I don't know what type of information that Abizi had, but he was full committed, expecting no one to be inside of Mail. And just guesses wrong, and as soon as that first blood rang out, the trade's perfect. Mac there for the coverage on Kremp for the trades, and again, just instant collapse on that B site. Everybody getting involved. Attach might still be sitting on a donut, but if you got the lead, you're happy for it, and you see how quick he was there to try to be in the mix. You like to see the activity from C9.
1 round advantage for C9. Attach still on the donut, but that's absolutely fine. Committing to all the plays here. Great nade. That one had Kremp's name all over it, and he ate it for breakfast. Slows down the play. The FaZe don't necessarily take any ground from that.
10 feet out of spawn.
What an arm, whoever that was. Could have been Sim. A slow march towards A. Got to watch out for those open doors. Nobody home just yet. Mac putting himself in a dangerous position.
And Draza is more or less isolated. Selling him up top really can't cover him too much. And you see Draza actually feels the pressure and backs all the way down. And Attach once again over towards the stage. Just gets shredded by Cell. So with 3v4 now from C9 and Abizi, I mean, he's been trying to make this B site his own. He's ready.
There's the door bang. Abizi pulled. His attention now split. But his focus is resolute as he finds another. The spray now in from Sim. Can he find any more kills? Traps players. The stun connects. Info gained.
That stun is brutal, and he's staring right at that bomb. Good luck on this one. You're going to have to slide out and just win some insane ones. And you're winning nothing. Trades, easy. Cell for the first blood. Abizi for the follow-up. No effectiveness on the mind games. Atlanta FaZe not caught off guard. And now that donut for me has become concerning from Attach. You had the lead, it's fine, but giving away a free kill like that at a moment where I'm thinking you go and isolate Draza by the site. C9 have had success in their aggression when they're decisive, doing something as a team, playing for picks. They've gotten punished.
Yeah, the moment they give any of that initiative to FaZe, it hurts bad. 6. 7-3 out of Sid, though. He's still trying to bring as much noise as he possibly can. Kremp is the damage dealer right now for C9. Even with that Jackal on a map like this, he's looking fantastic. A bit more aggressive right now for FaZe, and what an opening! Celio absolutely lights up too. Unable to close out.
That's all the damage. You want to try to get these trades as quick as you can, but those players are healed up, so no dice there. But once again, towards the B site, they've gotten slammed every time they've come this direction, but now they actually have the control, so there is clutch potential. And Draza catches Attach again, so who cares about the man advantage? It's gone.
Big damage, huge damage. Can anyone capitalize on this? aBeZy trying to get the heal, Sim with the perfect cover. The two pieces there. What a crossfire from the Terrors. Kremp now trying to battle forward in the 1v3.
Looking for the bailout, looking for the bailout. He's got everybody weak, but so is he. Done and dusted. C9 sold that round. And I'll call it out, Attach 0-5. He has done 87 damage in this game. Has yet to really shoot his gun. Not enough damage to get a kill. The next lowest in the lobby is aBeZy at 300. And giving away a freebie. A painful one for C9.
I mean, let's talk about that crossfire setup. Abe at 18 HP. Takes 2 nades, huge amount of damage, and then crosses that B-bomb site to get in position to cover Sim. That is immaculate teamwork, and that is some of the finest chemistry you can find in the league. 2 of the longest running teammates we have. RC out, RC most likely gone.
Yeah, it feels like every round for C9, they walk out of spawn and just get met by frag grenades. It's so difficult to take space when that level of pressure is being applied, but B site, aBeZy, the lone defender, maybe has Cell for a little bit of backup, but you still have the extra odds here. Kremp though tagged up 1 shot, Matt looking for the kills.
Send him in. Can he get 2? Shots there from aBeZy. The trade complete though. You've got a man advantage right now for C9. Pressure out towards the site. A bad nade, an unfortunate moment for Attach. He's been forced out of position, and Kremp has yet to get the bomb planted. Sim now getting pressure in through the double doors.
Just can't give it away for free, and he gave it away for free. 2v2.
The flank is now wide open, a 2v2, and now an option to go over towards A. Is this going to be read by Sim? He spots him out. Gets away with his life as well.
Trying to be active though, get the bomb down as quick as he can, play in a safe spot, and now you have Sib. He's just going to be watching the cross. He's actually down low. What kind of time? Dude, Sib in his timings have been on point, leaving Draza last alive, and he grinds for these moments.
A 1v2. Sib goes wide. Kremp deep on the site. Guns up. Surely that's it. Draza getting ready for the next man. No intel as Sib strikes again.
And that is massive. That is Sib bailing them out of that round, and Kremp making moves as well. A round they nearly tossed away, but for map 1, Sib the top slayer for his team and in the lobby. 10-4 for the moment. We got at least 2 more rounds to play.
4-4. We go again, folks. FaZe on attack. We haven't seen any B-bombs like planted this match so far. It has been ruthless aggression for both of our teams. Straight shooters on either side. Attach yet to get involved in the kills department. You know how it goes. You find one and it's basically done. Opening gambit once again. This time Attach is a trophy. Pressure on. aBeZy trying to tighten the noose around C9.
Oh, they're trying to hunt him down. Get rid of the trophy too. High IQ, and look at that first blood from Cell. Just finds it, rips it, and aBeZy's 1 shot as well. Kremp gets the trades, 3v3. Oh. Everybody's trading, and Attach makes some noise. A 3v2 for C9.
He had to finish it, and now he's got on the board. 1 man left alive. Sim has the bomb to his name as well. Caught out in the C9 crossfire. Map point.
Huge.
Energy starting to shift now. C9 getting it going.
In the previous round, you had Kremp and Sib bailing out Attach, and Attach picked him up in this one. Looking out for the captain, and now Kremp getting active in the comms, looking for the play call. We'll be back on the attacking round, looking to get on the board and tie this series up.
And that was a huge round for Attach as well, not only for the kill, but he dealt 400 damage in that round alone. The man was putting in the work. So, bomb in hand. Could be the moment of the match right now for C9.
And we saw in a previous round, Draza seemingly the lone defender, selling him a little bit of support from a pop. You can isolate Draza in these types of situations, but you have to be aggressive to find them. And Those blue arrows are starting to swarm, and Atlanta FaZe is not yet repositioned.
They're going for it. Draz pulls 2. Unbelievable. Sib, they're not relinquishing the A-bomb site attack. He has been spotted out. There's the plant. Draza takes care of another. Can't get the ace. And a swarm from FaZe. They collapse upon C9. And the defuse is theirs. Oh, it's a round 11.
Kremp felt the play call, and he was absolutely perfect. Draza, you can isolate him back behind that bomb site. That is exactly what they did. And Draza dragged them all to hell. Around 11. C9, the pressure is on.
This is Draza's 3-piece. What a moment. And they line up for a fraction of a second, and he deals that damage. The next man in. This was such a crucial kill. Attached there on the bomb site, gets the plant. And what a tight angle from the forklift. He is surely certified, and he would have loved that ace. What a highlight that would have been. Round 11, here we go. Right back at it with C9 on attack.
I mean, Atlanta FaZe, they can just trust Draza. Full and complete trust on that setup. The Terrors can play over towards B. Atlanta FaZe confident. C9 need to find a way to crack this code.
C9 is still, they've got their options open for B as well as A. But again, FaZe, resolute defense. No one moving just yet. No signs of activity, no doors open, no glass broken.
And Atlanta FaZe reading this. Draza's right back towards the B site. They're ahead of the game.
Bang! Abizi traded immediately. Sim up next. Kremp with the bomb recovery. We might be going towards A. There are no guns up in position for this one, but FaZe, again, much closer to the site.
Well, Cell spotting out the information towards the middle of the map. They're taking the deep route, though, to go all the way around. But that just means that Atlanta FaZe have a little bit of time to rat back, and that's exactly what all of them are doing. And you might be able to leave Sib out of the picture.
Damage in from attach. Wonderful coverage from Draza. It's going to get hits in a Kremp, so he's going to be able to plant the bomb, but wait for the nades. Cell finds attach once again. Kremp forward. What coverage? The overwatch for MC. Last man Sib. Fighting for his life, and it is not enough. FaZe, 2 disgusting rounds back to back under the watchful eye of Celium. No one makes it to the A-bomb site without a little bit of love.
The play calls perfect in some of those rounds coming in from C9. The execution, though, not quite there. Atlanta FaZe, their reads are on point. They dialed in their red card, and even that final round, they just always knew where to be. Credit to Draza. 1,700 damage, 4 assists, 10 kills, and the first bloods to boot. He wasn't everything on that map, but a few key rounds, he was indeed everything, taking over in the final 2. Atlanta FaZe on point. Atlanta FaZe up 2-0.
That last stand he had over by round 10, absolutely unbelievable. Dub digits for 2 players there on FaZe, and protocol control rolling into this one. Again, for C9, it was a good look for them in the picks. Can they turn it into something special here? The comeback has to start now, or the campaign at Major 3 ends in a big old red FaZe up close. Wow. Well, Sib, put the numbers up there in the search and destroy for us. Chance, how are we feeling about the control before we throw it to the beach?
A protocol control for Atlanta FaZe when they're playing like this. I have seen them dominate teams on this map. That's my expectation for map 3.
Let's go to the beach. Take it away, Desk.
Welcome back poolside, everybody. We've got Study alongside Alley Cat and Nameless, and well, 2-0 is feeling pretty good, Stud.
Oh, come on, man. It's like I've been around the block once or twice. I know ball, man. Atlanta FaZe, they iced up in the Hacienda. We're able to dominate the second half of the game, and in the search and destroy, you go blow for blow. It's just some of these rounds, you just can't get isolated when you have the numbers advantage of your Cloud9.
C9 is playing a 3v5.
Atlanta FaZe getting the job done so far, but 2 very close games. So let's take a look at the highlights here, because I came out a little early. I thought Cloud9 had this game locked up. How did we get to a round 11? Walk me through this, Allie.
It was just trading a lot of defenses. After Cloud9 goes up a couple, Atlanta FaZe answer its own. We end up 3-3, and then it's just trading defenses from there on out. I personally go back to that round 7. I'm trying to slow down talking so that we have the visual when I talk about it. But basically, for the side of Cloud9, they sent nobody into B. Cloud9 is the worst retake team in the league right now. They sent absolutely absolutely nobody in the B around round 7, and that
Here
just
it
gave
is.
Atlanta a literal free round, which is just so unfortunate because you go all the way to around 11, you send somebody in B, maybe play for that first pick, you win your defense, you know, the one defense that they lost almost this entire game, and you're looking at a different result.
There you can see the graphic at the bottom, man. What do you see?
Yeah, I mean, I just think some of the decision making a little wonky here. Attach died by himself way too many times.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're just not on the same page. I mean, you think about second to last round, Chris, right? They get the bomb down in that situation. You got the subs running at Draza, and then Attach had just finished planting bomb. They already died. In that moment, the communication needs to be like, when I get bomb down, we fight together.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then we get to that final round. And it's another one of those things. We already did the heavy lifting. We killed a BZ. We're either going to challenge B right away, or we're going to get over there, plant, and the AR cannot die before the sub gets challenged on bomb. The AR dies before the sub gets challenged on bomb, and we lose the round. So if you're Cloud9, you're just making small mistakes, man, where you could have equalized the series, and you know it's in the grasp of your hands.
Quick question on the Attach comment. You said he's dying alone. Is that he's playing confident and overchalling, or is he on an island, not enough teammates to help him
He
out?
is not playing confident. I mean, there were a couple situations where at the B site, he was the guy tasked with watching the pinch, gets challenged and just starts strafing left and right. He just looks like not confident in being able to actually take that challenge. And, you know, just a couple rounds, he just got caught either like standing out too far in the open or challenging something he shouldn't have. He's got to lock in.
I mean, even at round 11, like, you send Mac in first with the bomb. Like, fine, we're going to send Mac first, but don't send him with the bomb. Like, you got lucky that Crump was able to pick it up. Any other situation that doesn't work out. And you even go back to the Hardpoint, though, like Cloud9. They were kind of in the driver's seat in the first set of this rotation to Atlanta FaZe. They were doing what I said to do. They needed to get that early rotation, that early setup, make it as hard as possible for Atlanta FaZe, who's already bad at breaking, especially on this map. And what do? They stopped rotating. Rest of the game, all of the second set of rotations, it was all Atlanta FaZe, where it's always minimum 2-member setup early with about 20 seconds left at ult. Cloud9 New York, just not enough priority out of them.
Yeah, and this is the issue with Cloud9. This is why I had them not really having a chance here versus Atlanta, because you just never know from a consistency point what they're going to bring to you. The first half of the game, you're winning every rotation. Every single gunfight is a lot easier. But the second half, everyone's just playing at a different pace. You're not there early on. You're fighting from the front side. You're not having the preferred gunfights, and you're just never going to be in a position to win.
They just don't have like recovery. I mean, that map comes down to 2 plays. It was the Abizi 2-piece in top middle spiral when we're on rotation defenses, and then Celium got 2, and there was a team kill. He basically got 3 on the very next rotation to Rock, right? So these maps, sometimes they come down to the smallest things, but you just have to be so rehearsed and ready for these moments. Somebody's going to be playing your spiral if they are a good team. We have to find him, kill him. We cannot be getting pieced in that situation.
On the other side, positive ends of Atlanta, you picked them to win this. Who so far is your MVP?
It's got to be Celium. He's been unreal in map 1 and map 2. I mean, 3 first bloods, 10 and 7, and then even that map 1. I almost want to lean Abizi. I want to see how the rest of the series goes because he also had a really good respawn.
It's going to come down to Abizi or Draza for me. We take a look at our control numbers so far in this stage. Abizi, a 1, 2, 3. He's 4th overall. Draza right behind him at number 6.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a field day for them because they're spawning into their best control map on protocol. Obviously, control for them throughout this stage is like hit or miss, 50-50. And those guys are consistently putting up those numbers. Yeah, you're going to have your hands full here if you see none.
Ali, I saw you eyeing some numbers. What's jumping out before we get to the casters?
That graphic is so funny considering just that all of them are rocking like a 1.2 control.
Casters are ready to rock, so are we. Is Atlanta finishing it right here, Chance?
More than likely, Puckett. I'm feeling the vibe. You guys are looking great on the desk.
You guys,
are we calling it a desk?
It's the beach.
I'm glad they cut that out, though. Tired of that guy.
Here we go to map number 3, friends. We're going to protocol to play control. And yeah, if you've just joined us, FaZe are up 2-0 here at the half. And let's face it, C9 close, but no cigar. The hard point started out nice, didn't end very well. And around 11, they're in the search and destroy, literally seconds ago. It feels like a lifetime, though, if you are those players.
I mean, for C9 in-game, it's probably feeling like a lifetime because they are putting the emphasis on potential champs run. You're 25 points down from that 8th seed. A run here in the loser's bracket means you can honestly build yourself a cushion. You can leapfrog Optic potentially because the 2 teams next to them also in elimination round 1. Problem is down 2-0 against Atlanta FaZe on a protocol control. For Atlanta FaZe, they have been the best offensive team on this map. That is pre and post patch. The guys have been lights out, and obviously the game mode, Atlanta FaZe across the board have been better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, statistically, not a tremendous difference. It's the ranking that hurts me, though. 3rd to 7th, that is a big lead. Let's see how we go, though. C9. Last chance. Your lives are on the line here at Major 3. We'll start things off with FaZe on attack. And so far, it looks like a little bit of love towards B, but anything can change here on Protocol.
I mean, it's open. If it's open, why not take it? How many segments of progress can you get before C9 are even here to defend? I mean, that's the first one gone for absolute free. First gunfight of BZ's taken, and he is full HP. Now Sim for 2. 2 segments gone, and where's the defense?
Oh, it was Mac. He managed to get one of that life, but the second stack there as the Terrors complete the job at B. Eyes towards A. 2 minutes and 15 on the clock. C9 on the turtle. They are doing their very best to set up some form of defense here. Mac and Krem still shooting. Mac find out Spawn. A little bit of space to play with now, but their capture is on.
I mean, if we don't want to win the map, it's all good. Move along. God. Don't shoot back. Don't get trades. Don't worry about it. Another 3 in the feed there for Atlanta FaZe. A segment of progress gone on A, and we're going to speedrun this Protocol.
We will find out what breaks first, the bodies or the minds of C9 here. As the struggle continues, the second segment is now in the bag.
There we go.
FaZe battling now from Spawn. Here we go, C9. Time to turn it up.
This is where you drain the lives. Go absolutely crazy. 2 minutes left to play. Do not let Atlanta FaZe get out. And from a 4-piece in the feed, and now everybody is dead. They get out in an instant.
It was 1 kill for Mac there on the counterattack. FaZe. An immaculate return to the middle of the field. And now the battle towards time. Draws a pixel-perfect play. Trades are done. Last man on time. And Abizi should be brought out of play here. So get rid of him somehow. FaZe fighting now from Spawn again, but they're already out towards mid.
I mean, C9, you just have to keep the pressure up as well. And I don't know if Simp is going to let you. Number 3, Simp, going to be going for the flank.
That's
but
it.
No one is there even remotely in time. And that was a round that took maybe a minute and 50 seconds. There you go. Less than 2 minutes to win a round of attack. They made that look easy.
FaZe, their aggression only matched by their lethality here on Protocol.
And with how fast that round went, you think Atlanta FaZe just outslayed them by 10, 15 kills. No, they outslayed them by like 4. So the kills column was absolutely close. Just none of the kills where it absolutely mattered. C9, they got a perfect 4-man wipe in the feed, and they got rebroken 10 seconds later. Unacceptable at this level. Well,
C9 time to turn it all around. A couple of hits there with the opening nades. It's going to soften up the players in the middle of the map again. Not enough time really for anyone to get trophies. So that's how fast this round went. Cell and Sim find their opening kills. And Matt get it done now on time. The test is going to end very, very quickly. And FaZe, a slight bit of work to do here. Sim is now behind enemy lines.
Yeah, this is the more Protocol standard where you get players in your spawn and it's incredibly difficult to root them out. Sim by himself got 2 kills before he got traded. All 4 players on C9 couldn't get an extra one. Yeah, this is tough.
Sid to time. No help to be found. Whoa, Celium with a knife in the bedroom. That is nearly how the murder went down, but Abizi there from time with the aims gets his. A zone, full of FaZe right now. Simp once again hits the back line. Those 2 players now sent towards him for the feeding frenzy will soon begin.
And you're just trying to find any degree of opening. Civ typically on point for this team. Now 3 and 8. He's the one struggling. And you're trying to bail out, trying to work out of your spawn. And Krem, that's a nice 2. Doing it by himself to actually make a few moves. But if you look at the idea, if you try to go to the A site, Dross is posted up over towards the helicopter. FaZe has presence over towards the B zone as well. So difficult opportunities to attack, and you've at least taken care of Draza. So A is a little bit more open. You keep the guns forward.
Yeah, so up. Troy B's not doing enough work there. Still eating a couple of stuns. Sib, good stuff. The second segment on its way out. Here we go. C9 have got themselves going, but wait, Draza finds the angle and he cuts down 2 from top mid. Stops the capture in its tracks, stops the segment going through, and that could be the round.
Miles, I tell you, I love when teams actually play defense and show a little bit of fight, a little bit of spirit. It looks good. It's clean Call of Duty. Atlanta FaZe delivering, and now just 7 seconds left in the round. You're gonna have to dive out onto this point. Attach, leave the window. Move towards the zone, and with 0.0 is when we get there. GG, go next.
Something seems to be amiss with the FaZe boys there on stage, where they're simply surprised by what they are seeing, what they're experiencing, or if there is in fact an issue. A referee is going to be in place there, but regardless, an absolutely disgusting showing so far from Atlanta FaZe. 3 minutes and 50 seconds now elapsed in game time, and they are 2-0 up. Match point for Atlanta FaZe once again, as we've got a technical pause Give C9 a moment to recover themselves because it is certainly pressure time.
Well, this is interesting. The Reset Cheese yesterday in the Atlanta FaZe series, they ended up getting steamrolled after we come back from any type of tech delay. So if I'm Atlanta FaZe, I'm trying to. There's nothing wrong. No, my monitor's fine. Keep it going.
No,
but clearly not.
There's something with Abizi's monitor, so we're going to get that resolved ASAP.
Maybe he was yelling dead too much at it.
He like sonic boomed it off the stand.
Where's Ray when you need him? Ray and his napkins.
Rambo Ray and his napkins. For those who know, yesterday he nasty had an issue with his. Ray took it upon himself to fix it with a napkin underneath it.
And
it worked.
The stories I've heard from players about how particular they can be about their setups, bringing out levelers. Crim6 has some insane stories, and then meanwhile someone like Super will sit 8 feet away from him and be like, this is fun. I see everything. I don't have to turn my head to see the minimap at all. I see everything at all times.
Super's in a different state, still picking up pieces. Here we go, Mac, first blood, C9. Reset Cheese, how does it smell so far? Not great, Selim's getting knife kills, but Mac and Attach, they get theirs. Coverage there from top mid against Selim doing what he can.
MC Myers out for blood. And he just gets to peruse the top windows and make it his bread and butter. You ever try to approach him, he will literally cut you down. So he's just waiting. No players are down low. Know that they made noise towards Spiral, and his teammates fell. So Atlanta FaZe, much slower on this approach. C9 actually fighting back now on the defensive end. A 1v1 fight for the time, but it wasn't a 1v1. Mac there for the coverage. Sim wins his gunfight as well, and Sim reduced to 1 HP, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any trades just yet. The slow A cap continues.
So dodging it all, still proving to be an incredible pain point right now for New York. Oh my God, C9, A zone gone. This is it. The final point on the map for them. The B zone. The quick reaction on defense. Can they get involved? Selim, the trap is set and it is now sprung. Trophies, shots are in. Last man left alive on that side of the map is going to be Attached, and he's now gone. The B zone is now within their reach.
Selim just fine. He just has his spots, man. Either the top windows or he stayed by the stairs. He's waiting for the clearance and the call before he jump on it, and now the point's starting to fall.
The last hopes of C9 now in this battle. Tags are in. Mac over the top. A single member of FaZe left, and reinforcements from over the side. Here we go. Crimp to save it for his squad. No. A 3-0. Atlanta FaZe. Their march through the lower bracket has begun.
Cloud9 New York out with a whimper. And Atlanta FaZe, their losers bracket run commences.
One round at a time, it now begins. The fight of phases tournament. The first one, not necessarily the most brutal. Cloud9, commiserations, their run here at Major 3 barely began. They have been our first team eliminated here at the tournament. And at an incredibly precarious time in their careers, this is the run towards champs now in contest.
Wow. And I mean, Max 60, he had 30 engagements. Some of his teammates at 20. He was trying to do everything he could in that final map, but I think the team just got flatlined. And there for Atlanta FaZe, pairs completely on point. Simp 29 and BZ 19 and 12. And if that listening, we only caught maybe a minute of it on that Hacienda, but BZ was roaring, looking like he wants to be the player